We're into 2021, and while it may seem like 2020 on replay so far as we stay at home for the most part, the new normal of our home life could be here to stay, and that could be a good thing. Mike Viking is the CEO of the Happiness Research Institute and is a New York Times best-selling author, and he joins us now with more. Mike, let's start with a new survey on adults and home life. What was found that seems to have had some positive shifts in dynamics?
Yeah, so it was a new research piece by the Whirlpool Corporation looking at life at home. And, it's been a difficult year. And we've spent more time than any time before in our homes. But we can also see that our homes are actually sources of happiness, that it's been a turbulent year. There's a global pandemic that we cannot control, but people have been focusing on what they actually can control within their own new homes and found sources of well-being for themselves. And what we've seen is that 14% of Americans have taken up a new hobby. And we know that sort of lifelong learning is good for happiness and well-being. We also see that 12% of Americans have become better at working together at home, sharing the workload. We see that 14% of Americans have spent more time in the kitchen and become more creative in the kitchen.
Now, that's one area I wish I could improve on, that's for sure. Now, do you think these changes will stay? And if so, how can we maintain them?
I hope they will stay. And I think a lot of Americans want them to stay. And I think it's about several things. I think it's about identifying what actually brought us joy in 2020 and making sure that we incorporate that going forward. If we enjoyed cooking, spending more time with our families in 2020, then let's plan for that in 2021. Maybe have one weekly night where we go together to the kitchen to provide or create a nice family meal. So looking out for what brought us happiness and making sure we plan for that for 2021. We've also provided a whole list of tips and ideas for what people could do going forward. An online hub called improvinglifeathome.com. I have some tips, other experts have tips, there is recipes, there is tools for happiness at home, how to declutter your home and whatnot. So head over to that to take a deep dive into tips and tools, but also perhaps looking more at this study from the Whirlpool Corporation.
I love that because you're still able to get those resources to help you continue on your happiness journey. Did any of these findings from the research surprise you?
Yeah, what I found surprising, but also I was happy to see as a happiness researcher that 27% of Americans actually found some unexpected positive outcomes of the past year. It's been a hard year, it's been a turbulent year, but a lot of people have also sort of found new ways of finding happiness at home. And I think that's really encouraging that despite it being a dark year, there's also been a silver lining for some people.
All right, Mike, we appreciate your time this morning. ImprovingLifeAtHome.com is the place to go to for his tips. The Whirlpool Corporation is a proud sponsor of Las Vegas Morning Blend.